Hey guys, welcome back to Back Pocket Game Reviews, and don't forget, if you enjoy this video, to drop a thumbs up. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, and you can click that little bell. Sometimes that little bell will let you know when I upload a new video. You can select to either get all notifications or just some notifications. Now, today we're going to kind of recap. So yesterday was the SNES Classic pre-orders and everything that went down, and a lot of you might know that it turned into complete chaos. Everyone sold out. No one really announced that they were going to start taking pre-orders. They all sort of just went live at the very last minute, and it got a bit chaotic. Now, that includes all retailers: Best Buy, Amazon, Target, Walmart, GameStop, all of them included. Toys R Us announced they will not be taking pre-orders. Toys R Us will have no pre-orders involved. But GameStop, my oh my. So, a lot of you might know GameStop's website buckled under all the pressure. GameStop's website went down completely. It was not available during most of the pre-order time frame. So most people had to pre-order theirs from GameStop in store. Now, on the GameStop website, they did have bundles available. I wasn't terribly appalled by these bundles. They came with like the strategy guide that has all the game strategy stuff in it, and had like the collector's edition stuff and some extra controllers and that kind of thing. These aren't terrible bundles. Now, I didn't see those bundles as they were live because their website crashed, so I wasn't able to actually score an SNES pre-order yesterday, despite every retailer essentially that's going to offer them having put them live yesterday. Now, here's kind of the shady part. So, GameStop, when their website crashed, had this apology message saying, "Sorry, we'll be back up shortly, yada yada yada. Please check out thinkgeek.com in the meantime." And I didn't think about this, because I didn't click the thinkgeek.com, I just wanted my SNES pre-order. Shortly after, I find out thinkgeek.com had SNES bundles. Well, you might wonder to yourself, what would ThinkGeek.com put in with those bundles? Well, it was the same bundles, essentially, that were available with the NES Classic. You know, the same crap bundles that no one wanted, where they're overcharging you like $100 and some for a Ryu Hayabusa statue with your SNES. Most of that stuff that ThinkGeek is bundling in with those is stuff that they marked down to clearance, and now they're selling it more than what it was originally at retail. There was a $300 and some one that had like it was $189.99. It had a Zelda chess set, which you can pick up for like $50. And then it also had the Triforce lamp, which went clearance at one point in GameStop for like $20. So, a lot of that stuff they were bundling in there, that's $100 for a bunch of clearance merchandise that they weren't able to push and get out their doors, so they essentially handed it off to ThinkGeek and then pushed it out to you as an SNES bundle. The thing that bothers me about this, and why it should bother you slightly too, is GameStop is essentially becoming scalpers. On the ThinkGeek website, there were no standalone SNES Classics. That was not an option. Only the bundles were an option. If you don't think that they had an allotted amount that they specifically gave to ThinkGeek, you're probably wrong. ThinkGeek probably got, here's a couple thousand for you, and then here's a couple thousand for the main company. It's probably more than a couple thousand. I'm just making numbers. So, I think what they're essentially using ThinkGeek for, which at one point in time I absolutely loved ThinkGeek. Then GameStop bought them. ThinkGeek used to be an awesome company. You get some geeky stuff on there you really couldn't find anywhere else. Majority of the time now when I go onto ThinkGeek, they're either out of stock or it's clearance stuff that used to be in GameStop stores that no one wanted. And it's really sad to see ThinkGeek kind of evolve to that. Or devolve, I guess you would say on that one. ThinkGeek used to be a really cool website. I mean, they had some really interesting stuff on there. I used to be able to order Ball's energy drinks by the case on there if I wanted. But essentially now GameStop is using them to do their dirty work. Well, people already hate that we offer the bundles, and people smite us for it. Let's put them on ThinkGeek. Some people don't actually know that we own ThinkGeek. And if you think that GameStop would be like, oh no, everyone knows we own ThinkGeek, GameStop used to tell us that 78% of their customer base, or some ridiculously high number like that, didn't even know that they accepted trades on games. Yeah. That's why we were supposed to make sure we called all of you and pitched trade offers to you, because GameStop essentially thinks you're too dumb to understand that they offer trades on games. So, I think this bothered me more than it did with like anything else, just because it was the day of the pre-orders going live, and GameStop's website crashed, so there was no way to get a standalone SNES really from them. I mean, unless you were on there before the website went down, or unless you went into their store. So they're like, well, here's a whole bunch of mandatory bundles that you can buy. You want all this stuff, right? Like, you can't live your life without a Ryu Hayabusa statue that's $100 and something. That was clearance at one point. That was like clearance probably down to like 40 or 50 bucks. Now you're selling it to me for $100 with the SNES Classic. What a great deal. I cannot tell you how ecstatic I am for that bundle. I still will be trying to get myself an SNES Classic. I just will not be resorting to GameStop. Toys R Us will not be taking pre-orders, so I might actually try to wait in line at Toys R Us. I may regret that. It's probably going to be a lot of very angry parents at Toys R Us. But I thought it was very interesting the way that GameStop stuff all panned out. I know a lot of people said that they signed up for email notifications from GameStop. Didn't get them. I didn't get them from Best Buy. No one got them from Amazon. So that was all broken. But GameStop's beautiful website, the tech marvel that it is, that gets hacked constantly, clearly just couldn't handle yesterday's pressure. Or it could have just been that they really wanted you to buy the ThinkGeek bundles. That way they can keep all the standalone ones for in-store, where then they can pressure you into buying more accessories and attachments with it. I don't think I would have been as upset if ThinkGeek would have had like similar bundles to GameStop, where it would have been like controllers and stuff that actually made sense to go with the console. Like that would have had at least some point to it. Like, even with the Xbox One X bundles, Xbox One X isn't a limited edition thing. It's not like you're never going to be able to get an Xbox One X after the pre-orders. SNES Classic is quite limited, and it is going to be trickier to find after all the pre-orders. But GameStop just really couldn't help themselves. They really wanted more money. That $89.99, say they probably make like 5-10% off that, just not enough for them. And I know a lot of people are sitting there like, oh, I don't see the big deal. That's smart business. No, that's bad business, because eventually what you do is it's considered anti-consumer. You're eventually going to burn your consumers, and they no longer want to shop with you. So great business plan in the short term, terrible business plan in the long term. So who knows? Who knows what GameStop might be doing? This is probably going to be my last video that isn't a news update on my phone. I will probably go back to recording on my normal setup. We've just been really busy at work, and this has made it a little less stressful and easier to get my videos up, and kept me from feeling burnt out, essentially. So, guys, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. I will gladly try to answer what I can. And you all enjoy your afternoon, and stick around because I'll have plenty more content coming for you.